Hey everybody, how are you today? Today I have a great product that I wanted to introduce you to. It's called the Padcaster Parrot Teleprompter. And this is a mini teleprompter that you can use on your DSLR camera to read speeches, scripts, and more by looking directly at your camera. My name is Doug Fahl, and this is Augmented Actor, where we help actors augment their acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. So today is about some tech. This unit is very useful if you need to read scripts to the camera. So perhaps you do YouTube videos or blogs, vlogs I suppose you would call them, or you just need to do a self-tape audition and you need to look directly in your camera lens and you don't want to memorize your long speech. Well, this is very helpful and useful. Now there's a few caveats to this, a few things that you need to have already in order to effectively use this. First of all, you need to have a DSLR camera because this is a camera mounting unit. It mounts on the filter thread at the front of your camera lens, so it won't work by using it on an iPhone. However, if you watch a little later, I will show you how you can use the teleprompter on your iPhone and still get some great results. So watch a little later in the video to find out more about that. We're going to talk about what comes in the box. For about $100, actually a little less than $100, you get this Padcaster box. It comes with the teleprompter unit, which has a reflective screen and a retractable base. Now it doesn't matter what kind of DSLR camera you have because this kit comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 magnificent mounting rings of various sizes. I can't imagine that there is a lens out there that these rings won't fit on. I will list the millimeter ranges down in the description below if you want to check out and make sure before you order this unit. It comes with a remote control so that you can control the app that has all the text on it. A bag for your mounting rings. A cloth to clean your screen. A screen duster. You can dust the dust and scratches off your screen, and it also has a screen cleaner. You just rub that on your screen. It can clean both your lens or your iPhone screen as well. And you get some screen protectors to protect this from the elements and dust and dirt and whatnot while you're transporting it. You need a device of some sort to read the text off the screen. You will download the Padcaster Teleprompter app from the App Store. You can get it on Android or iPhone, and you put it on your phone and then you will read the text off of that. So that's basically what's in the box. Let's talk about how this works. First of all, you choose the appropriate size mounting bracket and you screw it onto the front of your camera lens on the lens filter. Just screw it on tight. And then you just slide the teleprompter unit onto the bracket. Download the companion app onto your iPhone. Then you pull down the little retractable shelf and place your iPhone in there. And then you just hit record on your camera, use the portable remote control. I guess it's portable, of course, remote controls are always portable. Control the speed of your script, loop it, start it over, all kinds of things like that with the remote control. Now this is really great because you're looking directly in the lens and you can't tell that your eyes are reading a script unless you are really bad at reading scripts. So that's basically it. It's a great little unit. It works really well. It's made out of very sturdy materials. There are a couple caveats to this unit, little things that a little bit on the negative side, but stick around to the end and I'll tell you a little bit more about those. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the app itself. So in order to use the app, you just click on the little plus symbol down below. You enter a name for your script, and then you copy and paste your text. You don't have to import any PDFs or anything like that or mail them to yourselves. Just copy and paste your text. You can even type right in as well. Then you open up a script and you have several settings by clicking on the settings button. You can adjust the text size, decide how fast you want your script to scroll. Then you can adjust the black space in the margins of your script. So the tighter the black space, the less text you'll see on screen, but it will make your eyes not move back and forth as much when you're reading. If you're putting this using the reflector, the teleprompter lens, then you want to put it in mirror mode. If you're using it as an external camera, you don't want to use mirror mode, you just want to be able to read directly off the camera. Toggle marker. This setting dims most of the text except for the line that you are reading, which is directly over the camera lens. And so it's a great way to keep on track, and it allows you to avoid getting ahead of yourself and having to wait for the script to catch up. And then the loop script feature allows you to loop the script, so if you want to try the same text over and over and over again without pressing pause on your camera, you can do so. And then the lock orientation helps keep the script from flipping from landscape to portrait mode while you're putting it in the unit. You can also adjust the background color and the text color as well. You can change the colors to something that works for you. The top part of the remote seems to control the music or your iTunes on the device. And then the two middle buttons restart your script and then take you out of the app. Pause and start your script by hitting the OK button. Fast forward a little bit, jump up a few lines by hitting the top and bottom buttons. If your script is going too fast or too slow, you can modify the speed at which it scrolls by hitting the sideways buttons. Now, a lot of you who might be watching this are actors or potential actors, so there's a couple things I want to mention. First of all, you do need a DSLR camera. Not a lot of people who are in acting have a need for a DSLR camera. You don't really need them for self-tapes. If you don't have a DSLR camera or you haven't bought one yet, hold off on buying this. You can get this remote separately for about 20 bucks, and that way you can download the app. The app is free regardless of whether you buy this or not, and you can then set up a teleprompter on your phone and control it with this remote, so it's very handy. Now, you do need two devices because you can't record your video and use the app at the same time. For instance, use the camera on your iPad and then use your iPhone to read from the teleprompter. And that way you can read your script with looking off camera, which is how most auditions they don't want you to look directly in the lens, they want you to look at your reader or something like that. If you need to look directly in the camera, just set your camera up above the teleprompter and it will look pretty close to the way it is when you use the unit. Now, incidentally, there is another app called Actor Trade, which I've done several videos on, which also allows you to read a script and look at your reader off the screen. So that's another alternative. There's links to that down below, possibly on your screen right now somewhere. And so check that out because it's a great app for actors. What are the drawbacks of this thing? There aren't too many. It's very sturdy, but I do notice that the drawer down here is rather stiff to pull down, and it is made of the, kind of seems like the flimsiest kind of plastic. It's kind of difficult to pull down, and it needs to be to keep the phone locked in place. But it just feels like it might break at some point. It hasn't yet, but just be careful when you're pulling that down. It seems sturdy enough. It just feels a little weak. Now, the second thing that is a little annoying is that the remote is clicky. It makes a click noise when you push on it, and so when you're using it, you want to keep it down away from your microphone recording source because it sometimes will pick up the clicking sound of the remote. It's good to have that because you need to have that feedback when you're not looking to know that you've actually clicked the button, but it is a little noisy. Other than that, this is an awesome unit and you will love it. If you have to do any kind of teleprompter reading, this is an inexpensive option. Like I say, for under $100, you can get this kit. And remember, I have links to all of the stuff that I mentioned, all of the apps and things that I mentioned in this video down in the description on YouTube below, so check out those links. I've had this for a couple months now. I've used it on several of my YouTube videos, and it just really feels good to be able to look directly in the lens and know that my eyes aren't wandering all over the place. So thanks again for joining me today. There's some other videos on your screen right now. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.